Okay there everybody. Alright, I'm not actually giving you the finger, I just want this as my cover photo so that it might capture some attention and get you watching this video. So, okay, there's my little cover photo for you. Okay, I don't mean to be rude, but in this day and age you have to do sort of outrageous shit to get people's attention, so hopefully when you see my title with me going like this, you'll at least watch it and get this far into the video. If I captured your attention, mission accomplished. Okay, nice and successful. Now, what we're going to cover off in this video is how to become a full-time boot camp trainer. Now, I'm just going to freestyle this. I don't have a lovely whiteboard and a little format that I'm going to follow because I don't need it. I do this shit every day. Okay, I've been running boot camps for 4 years. I run a minimum of 3 sessions a day. I've helped now 12 of our affiliates to get started running their own boot camp locations. I've launched 25 boot camp locations. I've been a full-time boot camp owner-operator, yeah, for a long time. Really, you know. Sorry, I've got some almonds in my mouth. I probably shouldn't have fucking started eating when I was about to shoot a video, but whatever. The thing about being a full-time bootcamp owner-operator is it's easy to get going, it's easy to get some money rolling in, but how do you sustain it? How do you turn it into a business that's not going to drive you fucking crazy? You know, because bootcamp trainer burnout is fucking real. Okay, I'm telling you right now. When you're in the grind every single morning for year upon year, getting up at 5 o'clock a.m., yeah, you need to have methods and systems in place to be able to give yourself some fucking relief. You know, that's, I spent 10 years in the military, some of it full-time, some of it part-time, even fucking guys who are in the military who, you might be getting up every morning at 6 a.m, whatever, during basic training, but everyone slacks off at some stage, and like maybe will sleep into 7 or fucking skip breakfast, and they're living in barracks. Whereas this lifestyle is, you've got people relying on you every fucking day, okay, to get in there and do the training, be there for them, not only be there for them, but be the life of the party, be fucking high energy, bring the programs and bring everything that's going to get them results. So, it can be draining at times, so you have to have things in place so that you can fucking last and sustain what you're doing for the long term. Now, let's address what is a full-time bootcamp owner-operator. Okay, to me, I revolve purely around income. So it's like getting to a level of income where you're happy. I don't know what that is for you. I mean, I see all this gimmicky bullshit coming out of, other boot camp fucking franchises saying 6-figure boot camp. I mean, I get $100,000. What the fuck does that mean? It's like, just because you're turning over 100K, doesn't mean jack shit. It's like, what are your overheads? How much time are you having to put into it? 6-figure bootcamp means nothing. In our first year, myself and my business partner, we turned over $250,000. And that was like, so what? It's not about fucking how much money you're turning over. It's how much profit you're generating and the lifestyle that you're able to create for yourself, because myself and my business partner John, we're not fucking completely motivated by money. Some of you out there are, and good for you. Go hard. But for me, it was just like finding the right blend of good income where I'm happy, and then also balancing that in with lifestyle so that I can go and do the shit that I want to do. Go and play my team sports, spend time with my wife and daughters, and do shit that I want to do, So, I don't know what your income is that you need to generate to be you know, cranking and feel like you're fucking a full-time worker in the boot camp industry, but you need to figure that out for yourself. What I would say is don't buy into all this gimmicky bullshit about six-figure boot camp. Okay, six-figure boot camp doesn't mean shit. Okay, it literally means nothing. Okay, but what I would say, when you are, you know, when you're able to achieve that level of income where, yep, you're happy with the level of income you're creating, and it's your primary source of income. So when you're not having to supplement out with PT, when you're not having to supplement out with fucking workshops and continuous stuff that you know, do just to supplement and prop up your boot camp business, that's when you're a full-time boot camp operator. Okay, all of the other stuff's just cream, you know, cherries on the top, but you're not a fully fledged boot camp, full-time boot camp trainer, so you could step away from all that other shit and carry on. Apologies in advance, team, for all the swearing. You know, I've spent a bit of time in the military, and you know, by the time I'm finished doing my own training, training my boot camp instructors and training my affiliates and trying to grow this business internationally, I'm normally getting quite late at night filming these videos, and fuck, maybe I'm a little bit ratty and a little bit, you know, whatever. You know, I'm human, like all of you. Now, let's break this down to numbers. There's really two options to go for when you first kick off. You can either go into a single location boot camp or a multi-location boot camp. Now, single location boot camp, you pick one location, whether it's a park, whether it's a hired facility such as a church or a school hall or something of that nature, or whether it's something with a fixed premises. That's a single location boot camp. The name of the game being to fill out your timetable as much as you can so that you're able to fully maximize the amount of profit that you can make out of that one location. Okay, and that's a single location, and there's a benefit to that, okay, because you're maxing out and squeezing every last, you know, bit out of that location that you can get, and you fill it in with morning sessions, maybe doubled up, then your mum's groups, your women's group during the day, lunchtime circuits, you know, and then you'll hit your evening work as well, you know. So that's a single location. Now, when we started, another approach was we went multi-location with only sort of like either a morning session or an evening session, you know, in multi-location. Our strategy being that we wanted to spread wide and completely dominate our city. You know, we wanted to have, whenever people thought of Boot Fitness or boot camp training, was like boot camp training in our city, which is a city of 1.5 million. We wanted to go fucking massively, branch out wide, get full coverage, so we became the fucking boot camp for our town, for our city. And then once we were embedded in, then we just slowly grew the locations to fill out more sessions. So that's the strategy we used. Now it all depends on how much capital you've got behind you, your equipment. A lot of it, team, comes down to your trainers. Okay, your trainers, if you're running a fucking massive multi-location boot camp like we did, sorry, I just need another almond. You need to be able to have trainers in place that you can trust. Now, you know, we've learned the hard way a few times that some trainers are shit, you know, and they just can't be trusted. Not only they can't be trusted to follow your programs and deliver good training, but they can't be trusted to fucking do the right thing, say the right thing, act professionally. You know, which can be a real fucking pain, you know, because they're representing your company. So we've had to find ways around that and ways for quality control. A lot of it's done through our certification. So every single trainer that we bring in, will certify them on our training. We put them on our online course. They do that, and then they do a practical confirmation. And that practical confirmation can either be, you know, via video if they're remote, you know, so we've got some remote locations, or they can be in person if they happen to be there, you know, and we're in our own city, you know, which we've got a bunch of trainers. That's a huge part of quality control. Another, you know, really big part of quality control is just speaking directly with the members, you know, and actually just fucking call them, you know. Call your most trusted members. Call the person who's been at that location for a year and say, hey, look, as you're aware, we've put a new trainer in place. I just wanted to know how you're finding the training. Okay, cool. How has their conduct been? Are they professional? Are they turning up on time? Are they prepared? Quality control. It's like some mystery shopper shit going on, you know. It's like fucking a free way to get quality control. These people will tell you, and it'll make them feel important as well, that they're contributing to your business and you give a fuck, because you should give a fuck. Okay. Quality control certification is huge. It's a big thing. Now, in a perfect world, you know, once your business is up, established, you get yourself in a position where you can free up some of your mornings and evenings, and you can go out and do some quality control. Now this is a bit fucking sneaky. It's a bit sneaky, but you can go and observe boot camp sessions that your trainers are running without them knowing that you're there. Okay, so don't be, of course, if you turn up and participate in the session and fucking do a meet and greet with all the members, that person's going to turn it on and run a good session, you know. But you want to see them in the bare light of day and how they're actually running the session when you're not there, you know, and they're not aware that you're there, okay, and they don't know that they're being watched. So, fuck, I'll just park down the road and I'll take my dog for a walk and use my army skills to remain unseen, you know. This is common sense shit, team. Really common sense shit. So, you know, quality control is a massive thing, and that's where your business can crumble, okay, if you're going multi-location. Big time, okay. We've been through the hurt. We've had locations which were fucking pumping, 20 or 30 people, generating really good income, and you get the wrong trainer in place, you know, in the early days, and that location can go from 20 to 5 to 4 to 3, fucking destroyed in a matter of a month, you know. So shit that needs to be taken really seriously, which is why we do have a certification in place, and it's why we refine it and use it for quality control. Okay, you get the point. All right, next thing, systems. Like, I get, you know, I'll tell you a funny story, okay. Like, we are obviously out promoting our affiliate opportunity because we're trying to grow. We're not trying to, we are fucking growing this business into different markets. You know, we started in New Zealand. We dominated a whole city of 1.5 million. Then we branched out into smaller towns. Now we've jumped into another country, over into Australia. The funny story is, my business partner John went and did a presentation to new PTs. New PTs like crack me up. New PTs fucking want to change the world and think they know everything, but they don't know shit about shit, you know, and I think we all understand that. You don't know what you don't know. Particularly the young ones, okay, ones that are coming through with a bit more life experience will, you know, potentially be more willing to actually listen. So we got this guy in, and he was super keen to start his own boot camp with us. We said, hey, sweet, we'll get you in, we'll get you running some shifts at this location. So he came in, he started training, he was there for like 2 weeks, and we get feedback from a member saying, hey, look, let's call this guy, fuck it, let's just use his real name. Eddie, he's not following the program. Now, our members know the program, you know, it's not, the workouts aren't the same. Like, our trainers can drag and drop the exercises and their personality and their style into the program, but the format's the same, okay, which we utilize a format and a framework to make it easier for trainers to plan their sessions and run quality training, and members enjoy it. But this prick just went in and he went, fucking, I know how to run better training than these ex-army wankers with 10 years experience who've trained fucking 8,000 people. This is what this guy was thinking. So he basically told us that our program was shit. And he said, look, this program's shit. I can set up a boot camp, no problem. I can do, heaps better than you guys are doing. Sorry, team, my computer screen went off, killed my light. I can do heaps better than you guys are doing. And we're like, okay, cool, do it. Oh, sorry, that's right. And he told me the name of his business that he was going to start. So I went and did one search on the name of his business. And it had been fucking... it was a cool name. Yeah, the reason it's a cool name was because someone else had trademarked it fucking not only in our country but internationally. It's like, listen here, dipshit. There's a lot more to running a boot camp than just setting up some fucking training in a park. If you want to run a boot camp empire and go full time, you got to lock down a whole lot of systems. You got to lock down your legals, your contracts. Okay, you've got to have systems, admin systems to be able to support hundreds of people, thousands of people potentially. You need a CRM. You need to have an accounting package. You need to have automated marketing plans. And there's a difference between running a fucking Mickey Mouse boot camp. Okay, I don't mean to demean people who are out there in the industry running boot camps, because I respect all of you. But I'm just talking about if you want to grow up full-on boot camp empire that's built rock solid with a solid foundation that's going to last for 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years and still be generating you income. Some people just don't get it. Okay, they just don't get it. They don't understand how involved it is. It's no less involved than running a gym, or running a big gym or a big fitness business, or running a fucking accounting firm, or running a legal firm, or running a fucking optometrist. It's like just because it's a simple business doesn't mean that there isn't quite a lot of working parts going on in the background. So back to Eddie. Fucking Eddie, we just said, look man, it's probably not working out. Why don't you just go out on your own? You can do it. So Eddie disappeared, and then 2 weeks later Eddie calls us and goes, well, how do I run an ad with Grab One? How do I run an ad with Grab One, and who's the cheapest supplier on Alibaba to buy equipment X, Y, Z? And it's like, hey Eddie, you dipshit. It's taken us 4 years to acquire all this information. We know all the shit because we've been doing it. Okay, it's like you can't acquire a lot of this information without having just gone through the process and doing it. Now, I'm not telling you can't do it. Of course you can do it. We did it. I'm just saying, don't think that becoming a full-time bootcamp trainer is going to fall on your lap and be super easy. Yeah, you can get up and running, you get your training going, you can make income, and then you figure it all out as you go. Okay? Sweet. Now, that was systems, team. Systems, you heard a few things when talking about systems, but my background before I joined the army was I was working in IT. So I was qualified in multimedia, and I was working as a billing consultant for the biggest telecommunications company over here in New Zealand, at the time called Telecom. And they've since rebranded to Spark because they had a massive fucking PR nightmare when they just shat the bed on a whole lot of things. But the thing is, I've brought that background into it, so I'm quite on with a lot of the online stuff and understanding that you need systems in place. And anyone who's been in the military will know that if you have systems in place and protocols in it, you can teach things and it's easier to follow. Okay, this isn't rocket science, but you need to have the infrastructure in place to run this shit properly. Alright team, that's part one, how to become a full-time bootcamp trainer. I'm just giving a general overview. I'm not going to follow a specific format. As comments roll in and you want to know specific things about running a bootcamp, I'm happy to, share some knowledge. I'm not going to give you all the fucking 11 herbs and spices because, I'm selling an affiliate package, a turnkey fitness business, a bootcamp in a box where, I'll open everything up to you. Right now, I'll give you a taste. I'm giving you a good taste. I'm giving you like 70 to 80%, but it's the extra 20% that's going to take you to the top in your city. Like when we established our business, we were taking on companies that were like boot camp fucking legend status in our city, been around for 10 years, crushing everybody. And within a year, we had overtaken them by locations, members, ratings, popularity, everything. And it was, some of it was good luck, some of it was good planning, some of it was just, the right combination of knowledge that both John and myself had at that particular time. But really, most of it was just being super, super hungry to run the best fucking bootcamp business in the world. And that's what we've established, that we wanted to do from day one. We want to run the best bootcamp business in the world, and then very early on we decided that we wanted to go down the path of franchising / affiliate, and we decided affiliate package and not franchising because to me franchising was just too cost restrictive. The amount of money we would have had to spend to just get to the start line with franchising would mean that I have to sell franchises for quite a lot of fucking money, whereas one of my main gripes as a PT and a disgruntled PT, I'm not going to fucking lie, was the amount of rent that I had to pay, and I didn't feel I was getting value. Whereas, when we bring this business opportunity to you, it's like, let's make it affordable. Let's like genuinely make it affordable so that any trainer can pick this up and run with it, and whether you succeed or not, it's going to be on you, but at least we're giving you the tools and the systems to fucking have the best opportunity to succeed. Okay, that's my spiel, team. I don't fucking know if you guys are going to watch this, you might have already dialed out, who knows, but if you are serious about becoming a full-time bootcamp owner-operator, listen to me, because I know what I'm talking about. This is my average day, I wake up, 5 or so, 5:20, I get up, I go to my session, I get all my equipment laid out, I run my sessions, I have 2 sessions. Then after that, like I'm really passionate about training fighters, so I train fighters kind of in that block after I've trained my boot camps, and I train them for free because fucking fighters don't have money, Fighters can't afford to pay me my PT rate, but I built my business up and that's what I'm passionate about. And then during the day, what I'm able to do is all of those fighters, I've got my personal goals, which is I'm getting into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so they're doing privates for me. And all of that shit's cleared by 10 a.m. I've trained them, they've trained me. I head home, and I've got 2 daughters and a wife, and I can work from home. I do my content creation to drive business. I do my marketing, Facebook, but I'm here, and it's cool. I've got really good time flexibility. I can go have meetings when I want to. I can do networking. If I want to have a day off, I can have a day off. It now runs relatively on autopilot. And then in the evening, 3 evenings a week, I go and run sessions. 2 evenings a week I take off because I want to go participate in my chosen sport, which is BJJ. I don't have to supplement it with PT to bring my money up. I run a women's class, which I've outsourced to a local trainer who's a mother, because I just feel that she can relate to the mothers better and they feel more comfortable. And on top of that, I've grown other locations. Like, even though we're growing an affiliate business, I still own and operate, oh fuck, I can't even remember now, it's like 5 or 6 different locations that I have. I have trainers in place and I just pay them and I collect the money. You know, my members are there and I pay my trainers, and you know, so there's fucking big potential here, team. This is, you know, this is the Kiyosaki shit of the fitness industry. If you're looking for leverage, team, and anyone out there who's fucking looking for leverage, stay the fuck away from network marketing and get into boot camps. You know, boot camps are where it's at if you're looking for leverage of being able to have yourself not having to be everywhere at once, growing a membership base. Then if you are one of these network marketing freaks, this is Black Humor team, don't get offended. If you are one of these network marketing freaks, then just like pump your fucking product through your group. Well, but it's pretty hard when you are doing PT and you've tried to sell to your client once. What if they don't buy? You know, it's like, get a bunch of fucking members, team. Oh, okay. This isn't that complicated. It's not rocket science, but it's, you know, there's still a lot of working parts going on if you want to make this shit and get, you know, full time and make the 6-figure income. Okay, that's where we're going to wrap it. I'm trying to keep these videos under, you know, 30 minutes because I know, fuck, I don't like watching videos that go longer than 30 minutes. So we'll keep spinning some knowledge. Put some comments down. I don't know if this is going to grab traction, but it will eventually because we're going global, you know, and I know for a fact there's no one else out in the world doing what we're doing right now, okay, and how do I know? I fucking know, because I've done my homework, okay, you better believe that. I know what's going on out there, so, that's it, team. Take care. Boom.